Hey guys, how you doing? My name is John. Welcome to my Gamester81 channel, and today we're going to take a closer look at a very underrated and overlooked handheld by Nintendo. It came out in 2005, and it is, boom! This is the Game Boy Micro. This is definitely pocket size. I don't know how well you can see it. Let's take a closer look at the system itself. I'll show you some gameplay. A number of you guys may have noticed I've gotten a new logo. This is done by Ross Allman. His YouTube screen name is Rossages. I'll put a link below. Very cool guy, very talented. I appreciate your help, Ross. If you guys are interested in help with your logos, if you guys are interested, reach out to him. He's a great guy. Another guy I want to say thank you to is Kevin Lieber. He is a fellow YouTuber. I was started on one of his shows. It's called GamerTube. I'll put a link of that video below. So, very funny comedian. Definitely check him out. Now it's on to the handheld review. Thanks for watching. One version I'm going to show you in this video is the special 20th anniversary edition. This is the Game Boy Micro. This particular version came out in December of 2005, although the Game Boy Micro itself was released in September 19th of 2005 in North America, 6 days before in Japan on the 13th of September, and in November of 2005 in both Europe and Australia. This is a pretty limited edition run here. I'm not quite sure how many of these particular models were made. You can pick these up on auction sites for anywhere from $50 to $100, depending on the condition and how complete it is. Here is the system itself. It's very small. It's one of the smallest systems handhelds that you'll find, actually. And it plays Game Boy Advance games. In fact, you can see the cartridge itself is almost the size of the actual handheld. The actual size of the Game Boy Micro is in inches 2 by 4 by 0.07 inches. So it's 2 inches high, the length is 4 inches, and the width is 0.07 inches. In millimeters, that's 50 by 101 by 17.2 millimeters. This is very lightweight, actually. Without the game, it's 2.8 ounces. It's 80 grams. Definitely fits nice into the pocket. So one of the disadvantages of the Game Boy Micro is it does not play Game Boy games. It does not play Game Boy Color games. Also does not work with a lot of the peripherals available for it. So it does not work with e-reader. You can't hook it up to your GameCube, unfortunately, and stuff like that. It only plays Game Boy Advance games. And keep in mind, the system came out about a year after the DS was released. So you could get a DS, and that would play Game Boy Advance games. And you had the SP that could play Game Boy Advance games. You obviously had the Game Boy Advance. So it was kind of weird timing on Nintendo's end as far as when they released the system. This is the last Game Boy in the line of Game Boy systems that they released. I'll tell you one advantage of this system is that it's very, the resolution is very crisp. It's actually 240 by 160 pixels. Let's turn it on. You can see how crisp it is. It's a mono sound. You can hook up your headphone jack here that will play in stereo. Here's your on-off. This is the games to plug into. This is your volume. If you hold the left bumper button here, you actually adjust the brightness of the screen as well. And if you don't, it's just a volume. It doesn't get very loud. Let's turn it on. Here's the directional pad, your AB. This is made to look like the Famicom controller, original Famicom. So you can see that's the max. It's as loud as it gets, so it doesn't get very loud. This is a great Mario Kart game. Show you how it plays here. Okay, let's do a random selection here. Alright, you guys can kind of basically get the idea as far as the games go. Now, as far as battery life goes, it is a lithium battery. It runs for about 5 hours on gameplay. It's rechargeable, which is nice, and the rechargeable, it actually plugs into here. It came with 4 colors in Japan. It came in black, blue, purple, and silver. And in the US, it only came in silver and black, and it came with this limited edition model here, which is available in December, as I mentioned before. There were a couple other limited edition ones available in Japan. There is a Pokemon one, which was red with a black faceplate. There was actually a red one, which was Mother 3 edition, and there's a blue one, which is Final Fantasy 4 edition. Now, the cool thing is also these faceplates come out. These actually can pop out, and you can actually change the faceplates in that, which is pretty neat. Customize that. And the ones in the US did have faceplates with different colors. When it was released, it retailed for $99 US, and during the time, SP was only retailing for $79 US, so it was $20 more. And really, the consumer didn't see really a difference of getting this compared to SP, because again, you couldn't play a lot of the original Game Boy games. So that was a huge disadvantage. Overall, it is a very cool system. Nintendo did sell 2.42 million of these, so it didn't sell terrible. It wasn't like the Virtual Boy, but Nintendo did see this as kind of a not very successful handheld. As far as power goes for this handheld, it's actually 32-bit, 16.8 megahertz ARM processor, so it's very powerful for the time, about equivalent to an SP at the time. And the brightness and crisp of the monitor, Nintendo later on released another SP version which had a brighter screen, but up until this point, this was a huge step in the right direction for Nintendo. The system actually came out in the States. It was very informal release date. A lot of retailers didn't carry it right away. They waited weeks after that initial launch date was, and you can only find a couple of them at certain stores. So Nintendo really didn't take this system too seriously, at least in North America when it was released. I do want to show you another game. This is the 51-in-1 cart. Jose 5080007 YouTuber gave this to me, so let's check this out and see what it's all about. Let's turn this on. It's basically 51 Nintendo games in one. They're all Nintendo games. But really cool. Kind of a pirated cart, I guess you could call it. But thank you, Jose, for saying that to me. Anyway, guys, I hope you guys learned something new in this video. Thanks for watching. Thank you for subscribing. We'll see you soon. Take care.